and welcome in. I am Miss Kinghorn and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. This time we are working on a large McMansion, and this is actually in the Rose Acres lot, which is a 40 by 30 in Newcrest. So it's in that bottom left corner down there. This is, as I say, a large house. It has 6 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms, built for a multi-generational household. So you'll see as we go through, but there is 4 children's bedrooms ranging from teenager down to toddler. There is also a parents suite, sort of a master suite as you will, and there's also like a sort of a nan's room, sort of with like lounge and things like that in there for them as well. Now you might have noticed this is a little late. This was originally, when I started doing YouTube, we said that we were going to do them weekly, and that was fine during my off season at work. Come basically the beginning of June, really the end of May, my schedule skyrockets and I have to work basically full time. Essentially, I'm doing a lot more work and I don't have time really to produce 3 streams, which I do a lot of research behind the scenes for, so I probably do more research for those than I do actual streaming time, and a YouTube video a week. So it wasn't really feasible at that stage. So for the summer months, we're going to drop it down to a video every 2 weeks, and I hope it's going to be okay for you. Do let me know what you think. I mean, the other alternative is we maybe lose a stream, which I don't really want to do because that kind of, I'm in a routine with doing that, and I think given the fact that YouTube is newer, I don't know. Let me know what you think in there. There is also another problem. This was due out on Tuesday. We always release on a Tuesday. I don't know why, but it is. And it was going to be. Monday night, I was sitting there and I was just finishing doing the last little bits of editing and was just about to put in the screenshots, and I thought, now that we have the name of what this is going to be, because as you notice in the top corner it is called 0, that is what I tend to build all of them under, and then come up with a name. I changed the file name to the new large McMansion, and it corrupted all of the edited video. So with about less than 24 hours, given the fact that I was at work for most of that, I corrupted the entire video and had to re-edit everything. Now this build, as I say, is large, and I'm going to repeat that, large. It is large. There is, I think it's about 5.5 hours of raw footage. Now you will notice we've gone straight into the kitchen. There's no floor plan, there's no exterior work, there's no landscaping. I basically had to cut it, and just to get it even sort of into this area, sort of 25 or 20 to 25 minute range, sped up, because it is a huge lot. So there is that. Now that's all great, and then some of you are going, well hang on, I have a pattern. I do 2 speed builds and then I do 1 airport CEO week. Yeah, I didn't realise that until today. So I've had all of this ready. This was all supposed to go out on Tuesday, and it was only today that I looked at the schedule and went, I need to do an airport CEO video. And then thought, do I even have enough footage to even quickly get one out? No, I have 3 minutes for footage for airport CEO. So I will do a bumper one for you, possibly next week, maybe the week after. It depends, as I say, on my schedule. So it's going to be a little bit iffy on sort of times and things like that for the next coming weeks. With airport CEO, I think we can probably slip them in maybe in between, but we will have to see about that. But I'll probably give you a double one, so I'll give you a 20-minute airport CEO. I do want to jump along quite a long way with that, because I feel like we're kind of stagnating with those, so I think we'll jump to some exciting bits for there. But now we are still working on the kitchen and doing all of the counters and things like that. Now again, I'm using a mixture of different counters for here. So we have got the parenthood counter, which I've fallen back in love with, I have to say, as well as the dream home decorator cabinets and island, which, as you all know, I can't do a build without Dream Home Decorator in it, so you're going to have those in there as well. Right then, we have jumped ahead here into the dining room. Now this is obviously a large house, as I have said multiple times already, and I feel like we're going to say it multiple times before we wrap this up. There is a large table in here. I've kind of gone for the theme that it's a large busy family, might be having lots of friends over, lots of parties, lots of entertaining and things like that. So we have got this big table. It is just the two large sort of 6 or 8 seaters really, pushed together to create that bigger look, and then the row of flowers and things along the top, obviously from the little seasons, the little ones that run along the table nicely in there. It just covers up the seam where they overlap slightly in there, with a big bar, and then obviously the seating area we're getting in with the fake throw cushions, scatter cushions in there, just to provide a nice little bit of warmth and sort of more space, a little bit more relaxed sort of seating in there for you. Now you can also see that there was 2 sort of rooms at the back there. That is a bathroom and a utility room. I have cut all of those out of this build, but there are 5 bathrooms. They are pretty generic. The 2 upstairs are more kids' bedroom bathrooms. Some of them come off of the bedrooms in a very sort of Jack and Jill sort of style, and the other one is kind of more open to sort of anybody who wants to use it upstairs. But there is one that's not attached to a bedroom, and then the downstairs ones are 2 ensuites for the master bedroom and sort of what we're calling the nan's room in there. You will see that as we go along, but the master bedroom one is up here in the top left corner for you, and we are working on the master bedroom here. So this is going to have a bit of a seating area, as well as sort of a dressing area on one side of it, and then obviously that big ensuite as well. Now we have grown-up space, a nice area where you can kind of relax and get some peace and quiet, and maybe sit down and read a book at the end of the day or something like that. I have also cut out the hallway, again pretty generic. I think there's a couple of hallway tables, there's a seat in there, some mirrors and a little bit of artwork, all pretty generic, and so I thought we'll cut that all out to save a little bit of time and viewing pleasure. You will see some rooms in the screenshots at the end, so do stick around for those in there. But right, I'm gonna leave you here, and I will be back when we head upstairs to work on the 4 very different kids' bedrooms, and I will explain my thinking behind all of those. But as I say, sit back and relax, and I'll be back really, really soon. But until then, enjoy. Right, I am back. We are heading upstairs to the kids' bedroom. Now, my thinking of this was I wanted 4 very different, sort of unique rooms that are very different from each other and kind of going across the broad sort of spectrum. So we're working on now, it's kind of a very spaced kind of themed build using a lot of the new little campers kit. So we'll be working with a lot of that inside in this bedroom. So this pack literally came out in the middle of me recording this. So downstairs, we didn't have it upstairs, which I think was filmed the following day. We did in there. As I say, this was done over multiple days of filming because it was just so large. But yeah, so this is very much a space kind of room. We're using a lot of the new kit and sort of even interacting with some of the older stuff as well. But then the next one that you'll see is a very sporty kind of bedroom. It's a very messy kind of teen bedroom. Not necessarily even a teen bedroom, but maybe a tweeny room. Just getting into that sort of sports where you go a bit sports mad, sort of that sort of thing. And then we go over into the kind of more princess sort of toddler room that you'll see, where we do some more sort of more subtle, lots of pinks, lots of sort of neutral colours coming in there, and then going into what we're actually having as a teen bedroom, where it's very clean, very modern, and things like that, but again very pink. So you've kind of got 2 overly girly, if I'm going to say, bedrooms, and then 2 sort of more boy kind of rooms, but sort of sports, lots of space, those sorts of things, with lots of blue hints coming through. Obviously you can have this however you want it to be, so maybe they are all girls, maybe they're all boys. You can have it however you like. As you can see, we are jumping into there. So with the space bedroom, as we'll call the front room, I had multiple attempts to actually try and get this all right. So you did notice I had all of the stuff in this back bedroom and was just pulling it forwards. That's because I just couldn't be bothered to get rid of it. I just thought I'd move it back out the way and have another rejiggle and rejiggle and rejiggle, because it took a while. There are some things that in the space of it, and some things that were just a little bit too large to really fit in there, but we got them all to work in the end. And obviously in this bedroom we were going for a very sort of sports, so it's lots of greens, lots of blacks, maybe lots of oranges. I kind of thought they're nice, maybe like football colours, or obviously soccer if you are in America, kind of sports team colours, things like that in there. And obviously a big TV and sort of PlayStation, Xbox, video gaming setup in there to do your favourite esports games, and very messy. Now, this half, we've kind of gone quite messy in a lot of places. So even in the bathrooms, there was a lot of clutter, there's a lot of mess on the floor and things like that. Obviously, your Sims will just walk all over it, but I thought it was just really nice. It's real. That's kind of what I wanted to get over in this build. It's a real busy, large family house. So obviously 4 kids, 2 adults, and an elder Sim living here. And obviously I have put space in for a dog. So there is dog bowls, there's dog beds everywhere, there's dog toys you'll see scattered around the place as well. So it's a very busy, large family house, and I hope that you like it. But so we're coming over here into the sort of more pink, kind of more princessy kind of room. So lots of whites, lots of pinks, little bits of purple coming through as well. And still trying to use a lot of the pieces from packs we've already used as well. So there's lots of eco in this build, lots of Dream Home Decorator, lots of the new kit as well. We used the big rug that I thought worked really well in here with that sort of soft pink gradient going through as well. There's some nifty knitting coming in through here as well that we use downstairs and things like that, just to kind of all bring it all in together to make a really nice, pretty pink bedroom for a little toddler in here. But we will have other bits and pieces throughout the house. So there's a high chair downstairs, there's potties and things like that throughout the house as well, that I put in after I took all the screenshots, because yes, I did forget, and it was only whilst I was editing the screenshots that I realised that In some rooms I had forgotten curtains, in some rooms I had forgotten potties, as we say, in high chairs and dog bowls and things like that. So I did go back through and place some of those. So it's not in the video, it's not in the screenshots, but it's in the build. That is the most important thing in there. Whew. Right, so into this sort of last teen bedroom, the last one we have to do, the last room we're actually in this house. So I wanted a very large sort of clean kind of look, very modern, so very much like the apartments that we have just worked on. Lots of sort of that not natural soft sort of wood, so you can see the light bedding, the kind of even the beams that go behind the bed on that whole big sort of feature wall that we've done in there. I think that just adds a nice sort of look to the place. Again, lots of soft pinks coming through in there and lots of clutter again. Clutter, this house is busy, it's big, it is large, and I thought it would fit quite well with just a few bits. Maybe the rush off their feet, maybe they're doing after school clubs, maybe you're doing other bits and pieces like that, and I thought it would all work quite nicely in there. But the back garden, now obviously you don't see this in the video, but there is some screenshots of it. It is quite small, this house is large and takes up most of the lot. I did think about moving it onto the 50 by 40, which is the other side of the road. I could have done, and I could have increased the size of the garden, but I was looking at it and I thought, you know what, why don't we just build a lot for that lot? So we are going to be doing another large big house next week, and that is going to go over, or next time I should say, and that is going to be going on the 50 by 40, so we're going even larger, and that will have a nice sort of backyard to it. But this is very simple. We have a big patio out there with some sun loungers. There is a small little pool and a swing set out there, and obviously some planting here and there, and a bit of planting at the front as well, just to kind of round the whole look off. But I think we'll leave this here as we're coming up to the end. So what did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. If you have enjoyed this video, then please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You can join me over on Twitch, where I stream 3 times a week. I'm over at Miss Kinghorn Builds, the same as here on YouTube, or even over on Twitter, where I'm at Miss Kinghorn. You can even join my Discord, which is the MKB Build Centre. All of the links are down in the description below for you. But until next time, enjoy the screenshots, and I will see you all again really, really soon. But until then, alright, bye everyone!